Cousin Caitlin, you have taken the basketball and entertainment world by storm with your deep three-point shooting and this unbelievable step-back jump shot you got. Look at your right leg. It is fully extended. That shows me how much pressure that you're using to push off. You got the ball in your left-hand pocket. There is no way that that defender could get to that ball unless she decides to dive through you and commit a foul, which we saw a lot of people trying to do to you when the league first started, when last season first started. Look at her top foot now as you go directly into your move compared to your back foot. Look at the separation. There is no way she's going to be able to recover in time unless she decides she wants to snap her ACL. She's about to twist it right now. And this is something that's really peculiar on your jump shot. And I'm glad that we're getting a chance to slow this down so everybody can see, because as a right-handed shooter, you bring the ball up on your left-hand side. Most right-hand shooters bring it up on their right side. Anybody who is shooting right now, or anybody who's a basketball player, I want you to put your hand in front of your shot right now. Put it in your pocket right now. Take your pointer finger all the way down to your thumb. You're going to see a little J shape if you're right-handed. You're going to see a left shape if you're left-handed. That should be going through your eye socket. So if you're right-handed, the J should be going through your right eye. If you're left-handed, it should be going through your left eye. You are a right-handed shooter, and it goes through your left eye. But it works because you release from your left side and you usually do your step back going left. It creates so much separation that nobody can contest it, and you are bottoms with this all the time. Cousin Caitlin, you one and ones. For real. God's giving you a lot of ability. And this video was highly requested by the people that watch my Juju video and people that watch a lot of my other videos. So whoever y'all want me to break down next, write the name in the comments right now. NBA, WNBA, college, high school, elite players, write their names in the comments right now. Because, Caitlin, you got a chance. You have a very realistic chance to dominate this basketball thing for a very long time. You already are on a trajectory to becoming one of the greatest women's basketball players of all time. You're going to be in the conversations as one of the greatest basketball players of all time if you continue on a trajectory that you're on. But if you really want to be how people are comparing you to Steph Curry of the WNBA, then you are going to have to be somebody who is consistently shooting above 40% from three. You've only done that one time in your career. You're going to have to be somebody that's great at finishing on both sides. You're going to have to be somebody who is great with their footwork going any direction. You're going to have to be someone who learns how to maintain their body at a high level. And we talk about all of that in this video. Caitlin, I promise you, if you listen to everything I say in this video, you're going to get a statue built in downtown Indianapolis about 30 minutes from me. Outside of Baker's Life, Conseco, Market Square, whatever's going to be called by then, might be Caitlin Clark Arena. A statue that we all going to be able to see until the end of time. For those y'all that want to watch me coach Caitlin, the admission for watching me coach Caitlin is this. Click like, click subscribe, click share. Send this to an NBA fan, WNBA fan, or anybody who just wants to learn the game of basketball at a much deeper level. Caitlin, here we go.
My ducks, my swans, welcome to the pond.
My name is Dorian from Group A2 Basketball, and Caitlin, this clip right here exemplifies your entire game, and we're going to break it down step by step. You're on defense, and you get a deflection because you have pretty good hands. You're out in transition. You have a wide open left-hand layup. You can put that defender on your hip, and she can ride you all the way to the left, but you don't want to shoot left-hand layups for whatever reason. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. So you go back to your right, and now the layup's no longer there, but look at this great pass because you have unbelievable vision. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. The ball swings back to you. You have a ball screen and you can go into your patented left side step back, but you choose not to. You have a catch and shoot situation, but look at your feet. Every time you shoot, you have to go left, right step, even if it means travel like it did right there. What do I mean by left, right step? Look at you. You're the most efficient when you are able to get your footwork going left, right step. That is what you're the most comfortable with right now. Earlier in the season, you were doing a little hop. As the season progressed, this is what you went to, I guess, because your legs got heavy and your legs got tired. But as the season goes on, as your career goes on, people are going to start paying attention to this. It's going to be very easy to scout because we're not going to let you get this off. I was watching one of your interviews and you were talking about how you don't get as many catch and shoot opportunities because the way people guard you, everything is mostly off the dribble. And I really agree with you, but you still have the same traits and characteristics even though you're doing things in catch and shoot versus off the dribble. So you set a cross screen right there. This immediately went from a cross screen where Aaliyah Boston came to the strong side block and you got down screen. Some people call it flex. This can be a UCLA action, whatever it is. You're looking to get this pass and get a wide open shot. Look at you on the catch and shoot. Once again, you're shifting your body weight going left to right. Kia Nurse is way too far back and you just iced this right in her face. I love this play right here with you and Aaliyah Boston. Y'all have a chance to be really, really good together. You have a Stockton and Malone type chemistry without the controversy, and hopefully y'all win some championships, unlike them. She sets that screen for you. You could have went down that right driving lane, but you didn't. She immediately twists back. When she twists back and sets the screen for you, your right foot is already down after this dribble. All you had to do was bring your left foot down and a three was there. But you need to do your step back with the left-right footwork. And listen, I ain't saying nothing's wrong with it. I'm just saying that it's easily scoutable, which can start forcing you into very tough predicaments. Here's an example of one of those predicaments right here. You advance the ball in a secondary break situation, but the defense gets back. Now you're getting really physical with this woman that's guarding you, and I love how you have this physicality throughout this play. You push her off of you, you come and you get this dribble handoff. When you get this dribble handoff, you put the ball in your pocket and you survey the floor. You're always looking at the open areas of the floor. This is why your vision's so good. Once again, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. You see that she's guarding that man and she's not close to her at all. So you drive to the open area of the floor and look at that push off. Get off me. And you have the step back going right. But what do? Look at your feet. Watch what you do. Got to shift. Automatic. But like I said, scoutable. Caitlin, you're a really good shooter. You're a prolific shooter, but you've only shot over 40% once in your career. And that was your freshman year at Iowa. If you want to be like the lady Steph Curry, you have to shoot above 40% like he does every single year. And to be able to do that, you have to be able to shoot off no matter what the footwork is. Right here, you get this cross screen coming strong side to the ball, and you got a chance to just hop down on 2 feet, but you do a quick left-right anyways, and that causes you to miss this shot. You got to get your footwork right. Left, right, left, hop going left, hop going right, hop going backwards, hop going forwards. You have to start getting your footwork right because you're not going to be able to go left, right, and land great every single time. And Caitlin, I'm saying all this to you the way that I'm saying it is because most players never get to this point where they're such a good shooter that they have to worry about the mastery of their footwork going every direction. But you have mastered shooting. You've mastered the fundamentals of it. Now you got to get these micro nuances that's going to take you to a plus 40% shooter every single year like Steph Curry. You got to be able to come down in a situation like this on 2 feet going left, boom, automatic. You got to come down going right on 2 feet, boom, automatic. When you're training and developing your shot this off season, you need to have your shooting routine. Hey, I got to make 20 left-right footwork. I got to make 20 right-left footwork. I got to make 20 hopping to the left. I got to make 20 hopping to the right. I got to make 20 with split landings. I got to make my shot a lot more difficult because you're going to get pushed up on. If you want to be like this guy right here, look at his footwork and look at what he does. He can do is go in either direction. Fake left, boom, splash.
Curry lets it fly.
The reason I love the analogy of you and Steph Curry so much is because y'all games are so similar. Just like y'all are both prolific three-point shooters, y'all both are great getting to the basket and finishing. You specifically on the right-hand side. And we're going to break down your finishing right here. You are always looking ahead. You are looking at the open areas of the floor. Your teammate could have sealed. You could have threw it over the top right there in that upper restricted area, but she decided not to. So Aaliyah Boston sets a screen on you. She immediately comes back and sets a twist screen. Once again, Stockton Malone chemistry. I love to see what y'all gonna be able to do. You could have drove left or did your step back, but you decided not to because you don't want to drive left. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. You start coming downhill going right, and Aaliyah looks, and what does she do? She screens her own man. She set 3 screens for you on one play, and you get a great right hand reverse on the left hand side. When it comes to your left hand avoidance, at first I thought I was just tripping, right? I thought I was just nitpicking at something. I'm like, nah, she really gets to the left-hand side, and she would rather make a more difficult right-hand layup than an easy left-hand layup. This play right here shows it. Here you are in transition. You have Kelsey Mitchell running on the right side. She's a left-handed player. You throw that bounce pass, she's going to get a left-hand reverse. If not, you can go and finish on the left-hand side. But what do? You come back to the right, and it gets blocked. You would rather overcomplicate the play and get a right-hand layup than to make the simple play and get a left-hand layup. Here you are, you get a screen, you have the ability to split. We're gonna show a great split from you a little bit later on in this video, and you can get all the way downhill and at least get to the middle of the rim, if not to the left. You try to put somebody in jail right there, slow down and stop on 2 feet, and then look at how you're going up. Just like your jump shot, you're bringing it up on your left-hand side. The ball's in your left hand, but you come back and bring it to your right, and it gets smacked back in your face. That's essentially a turnover. This is a major skill issue with you. Even when you hit it on the left-hand side, it still comes out your right hand. Every perimeter defender in the W is going to know if you force Caitlin left, she's going to try to get to that step back. If you force her right, she's going to drive and try to finish on the right side. Every shot blocker is going to know if she gets in the paint, she's on the right side, she's going up. She's on the left side, she's going to shoot with her right hand. You got to change this perception. I love how you saw the open area of the floor on that right corner. You came down and you brought this defender back to Aaliyah's ball screen. She sets that ball screen to you and you get to the middle of the nail. You could have drove hard left and finish left, but you don't want to drive left. We know that. You come back with this tween, it attacks her top foot, and she just can't keep up with you. And this is why you're so phenomenal finishing at the basket. Your moves, your shiftiness, your quickness, your ball handling allows you to finish on the right side at a very high clip. As more tapes get out, as more scouting reports get out on you, people are going to start clamping down on you more and more. They're going to be applying the pressure like this woman does right here. They're going to know your tendencies. They're going to know how to get their hand on the ball 35 feet away from the basket like she is right here, push you up against the sideline. You're looking down at the floor right now. You can't see your teammates. That takes away your amazing vision. You drive right, and in this situation, you got the ball in one hand and you've already picked it up and you're jumping off of 1 foot. You need to learn how to score off of 2 feet. If you don't get a nice left hand game, you gotta score off of 2 feet or your shot's gonna be getting smacked. Developing multiple combos, scoring off of 2 feet is going to be essential for your career. If you want to be one of the greatest women's basketball players of all time, if you want to win multiple championships, if you want to be the person that everyone is saying that you're going to have to be, you have to learn how to score off of 2 feet, because you don't have the vertical athleticism to go through people and finish at the rim, right? So you're going to get a lot of your shots at the rim contested. So a lot of your misses right now are you turning away, trying to shoot over shot blockers. These are tough shots to make. You are such a good shooter that you have the touch to get a mid-range reverse pivot off of 2 feet that can lead into a step through, that can lead into some sort of step back, that can lead into some sort of decel step. Study Jalen Brunson, study Luka Doncic. Hell, in college basketball, study Dylan Harper. These are people that have mastered scoring off of 2 feet. And if you get that, Caitlin, you're going to be able to win as many championships as you want to. As your rookie season progressed, so did the defensive pressure. They started trapping you a lot. They started sending a lot of bodies your way because you're the head of the snake. You have a high usage rate. The ball's always in your hands. So if we can put pressure on her, she's going to start making mistakes, which is exactly what you did. A lot of your trap turnovers off of pick and rolls came from you lollygagging with the ball, not coming downhill aggressive. Once again, not being comfortable with the footwork of right to left the same way you are left to right. These are things you have to practice and get very comfortable with, and you should never, ever be picking the ball up because you are the point guard. Here you are, you get this great screen. She got cracked. You should have drove extremely hard going right, spun back left, and got in the middle of the paint. You out there lollygagging around. So now you get trapped in essentially the coffin corner up top, and you try to throw it to your roll man, but she gets deflected because the defender's right there. Because cousin Caitlin, I can promise you this. Any coach that got any sense is going to send a lot of pressure your way in your sophomore season. There's no reason that we're going to back the pressure off of you, and you're going to have to make the modifications. And I love the modification that you made right here, right? You get this ball coming off left, and you're going to get a ball screen set. I love this hop step. You already got her set up. You already got a pep in your step. You are already thinking about a contingency plan based off the defensive coverage. And when you come off this screen, you see you get trapped on that hedge, and you immediately split. Look how fully extended your left arm is. You push that ball out. That's a great split.
See the way that she can find you. I mean, her passes are tremendous, and so as a post player, it makes me want to run because I'm like, okay, I'll get a touch. Let me just get down there just because of how well she passed it. But I mean, she's a great teammate. She just talks, communicates, we have laughs, and so it's always great.
To get that type of praise from the woman that was drafted #1 the year before you were to the same organization speaks volumes about your guys' relationship. Build on that chemistry with Aaliyah. Be Shaq and Kobe, but get along forever. Y'all have a for real chance. We start this clip off with your defense. We're going to get into that a little bit later. You let people shoot through gaps too much, but right now we're going to focus on your vision. You get the ball poked away from you. As soon as you get it back, I love what you do. You're always surveying the floor. You're looking at the open area of the floor right now. No one else on the floor is seeing this but you. You pick the ball up when Aaliyah's still at half court, and you already know what you're going to do. She gave a little signal. She's going to run to the basket, and look at this pass. You can't teach this chemistry. I was watching Steph and Draymond the other night. I see why Steph chose Draymond over KD, over Clay, over everybody. Their chemistry is unmatched. This Draymond throws the ball, even if Steph ain't looking, it ends up getting into his hands, and it's always a wide open three. And you and Aaliyah have that chemistry now. And wait until Coach White starts running you off the ball, off of some floppy actions, off of some split actions, where you don't have to have the ball in your hand that much. You get good with your footwork, left, right, left, hop right. You're going to be a great catch and shoot threat off the ball. Aaliyah's going to be able to set you up like Draymond has set up Steph. But right now, you are throwing these dimes to her. Look at that 2-foot floater. Master it. Get comfortable with it this offseason. I'm telling you, master's going off of 2 feet. Aaliyah sets a ball screen for you. You're going to drive hard to the right because that's the open area of the floor. And you have that vision. When you drive hard to the right, they switch on this amazing ball screen that Aaliyah sets on her. Smacks her right in the mouth. When they switch, you are now covered by the 5. She has a long wingspan. You do what you shouldn't do, which is pick the ball up, but you feed it to Aaliyah inside. It gets deflected. You get it back out. Now look at that left driving lane. That's right there, but we know you don't want to drive left. Look at that left step back. You don't want to be selfish. What do? You feed your post back inside, and she eats. For those of you that are watching this, particularly young kids, when we talk about innate point guard skills, that's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. Understanding that my big needs to touch the ball. She needs to score because she is consistently setting screens for me. That's going to keep my teammate happy. That's going to boost team morale. It's going to boost team chemistry. That's going to boost selflessness, sacrifice, which leads to winning championships. You get the ball here, you still have your live dribble. If she's going to come set a screen for you and you get trapped, but I love what you're doing. Look at the open area of the floor and look at your teammate. Y'all made eye contact. That's all that y'all did. Look at this pass. I want y'all to watch this. You zipped it right past her head. Your vision is elite. Because your vision is elite, as an opposing coach, what I will do, I'll put as much pressure as I possibly can on you, because pressure forces you to put your head down. That means you can't see the floor, and I would mess with your dribble when it got to your left-hand side. That's what I would do, because we need you to start making a bunch of mistakes. You are the head of the snake. You're the point guard. We need you to make mistakes. You get this down screen and you pop out to the slot area. When you caught that, you probably should have went up and you should have shot that. That's why you run these type of plays. Once you get it, you do a little shot fake and you drive left. The step back was there, but you decide not to take it. You decide to take this ball screen. Like I said, people are going to start applying pressure to you. They trap you on this ball screen, and that pocket pass is right there. Although that defender at the nail could get there, you got to throw it or at least lob it over the top to the open area of the floor. You keep your dribble alive this time, and now you're in an ISO situation with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. You have to be aware of the situation right now. All 5 defenders are looking at you. You're the best scorer. You got to shoot and make something happen right now. This is why you're the #1 pick. What do? turn the ball over. Because like I told you multiple times in this video, the pressure's coming. The loading over is coming. The midline occupancy, the 2.9 occupancy is coming. The floods are coming. The traps are coming. The blitzes are coming. This isn't going to stop. This is going to be your entire career. So you have to understand that, and you got to start developing counters immediately on ball screens or any situation where you're going to get pressure. There has to be go-to triggers that you have. And right now, with the way your team is assembled and your usage rate, you need to be thinking score first. This upcoming year, you need to average 30. You need to average 30 points a game in your sophomore season while still getting 8, 9, 10 assists a night. And that's going to cause you to do a lot of things, but you need to get your teammates used to you isolating and getting buckets, so that way once your roster improves, people know where they actually fit in. When other stars from afar can see what their role would be on your team, that's how you start getting the agents moving, and that's how you can improve your roster to the championship level. Right now, we're focusing on this defense, man. You have a very bad habit on defense. First of all, you are lazy and you get too much separation between you and shooters, and you're always trying to shoot gaps. Right here, Marina Mabry made you pay for it, but why are you always shooting gaps? Because you're not lightning quick. You're not really that fast. So I don't understand why you're always shooting gaps and putting yourself in a position where you are hurting your team and hurting yourself. On defense, you got to stay tagged to shooters. Your hand has to be in the small of her back. You need to be pulling on her jersey. She should never get more than 18 inches away from you. But this seems to happen to you all the time. Is it because of your usage rate being so high? Who cares? You're the best player. You got to be the best defender too. Right here, you got your ball, you got your back completely turned to the ball. You can get screened in any direction. And I think your teammates were talking to you, so you were able to stay close to this defender and they gave you some space. There was a quick hedge, so that woman up under the basket was wide open because Aaliyah has her head turned. So obviously y'all ain't practice defense like that. But you close out great with 3 seconds left on the shot clock and contest this. This was great defensive effort. You're just not consistent with it. Although you are late on your trails at time, you have the hand-eye coordination and dexterity to get your hands in there and get deflections. So you can be a really good defender. It's just going to be consistent effort from you. Getting consistently smacked on screens and shooting gaps is not great championship defense. You're the best player. If you don't like your defensive coverage, you need to tell the coach, hey, we need to do something else. And it's not your job to come up with that. That's the coach's job. Put pressure on them to give you great defensive coverages that can win championships. Steph Curry did it. He sent Draymond. Maybe you need to go in there and start moving your weight around. Here you are matched up in this ISO situation. You should have shaded her to one side, but you didn't. You get hit on this screen unnecessarily, and it looks like Lexi is telling you, hey, let's just switch right here because this screen is about to come. You don't pay attention to that, right? You tried to fight through and you get hit, boom, cracked right in your mouth. And this is a flare screen and she misses this jump shot. But do you want this to keep happening to you? Then make the change now. Who do y'all want me to break down next? I'm out the pond. Y'all stay true.